So let's look at some actual examples of projectile motion problems. So the first one we're going to look at is right here. Example 1, a juggler tosses a ball into the air. The ball leaves the juggler's hand 4 feet above the ground and has an initial velocity of 30 feet per second. The juggler catches the ball when it falls back to a height of 3 feet. How long is the ball in the air? So first thing I think is I need some kind of equation if I'm going to plug this into my graphing calculator. So we've got these nice things to look at right here, this object dropped versus object thrown. So this time we've got a juggler tossing the ball. So to me, that tells me that we are going to be using the object thrown. Okay, and there are two parts to this equation. The first part is the initial velocity part, and the second part is the initial height part. So I'm just going to copy this over so we can use this. So it tells us you toss the ball into the air, the ball leaves the juggler's hand 4 feet above the ground. Okay, so that sounds like it's the height that we started at. So that's going to be our initial height. So that's going to be 4 feet. And then it says it has an initial velocity of 30 feet per second. So that must be our initial velocity, 30 feet per second. So if I plug these in my equation, I've got 30 feet per second, and it's 4 feet above the air. And then it says the juggler catches the ball when it falls back to a height of 3 feet. So really, we're going to stop when the h of t is equal to 3 feet is what that's telling me. So how long was the ball in the air? So I want to know exactly where was the ball, or the time that the ball was 3 feet in the air. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type this equation into my graphing calculator. So I still got that old equation, so I'm going to clear that out. Actually, let's just clear our calculator. Second plus sign 7, 1, 2. Okay, and I'm going to type in this equation. So I have negative 16 x squared plus 30 x plus 4. Oh, plus 4, I said. Okay, and there's my graph. Again, the window's kind of funky, so let's just change the window. I always like to do negative 5 to 5. And let's do, we're not going to go underground, so let's do negative 3. And it started at 4 feet above the ground, so I'm going to do like 10. Sounds good. Oh, and it's actually not high enough, so the ball actually went higher than 10 feet. So let's try 20 feet. Okay, so we can see our nice point at the top, and we're looking at when the height is 3 feet. So why don't we actually type in 3 for the other line and see where they intersect. So we are looking at what time it hits 3 feet. So let's find both of these intersection points. So if I do intersect, number 5, first curve, second curve guess, and it intersects at negative 0.03 seconds. Well, negative means nothing, so let's find the other one. So second trace, intersect, and I'm going to come over here to the other side, and it is intersecting at 1.9 seconds. So how long was the ball in the air? The ball was in the air for 1.9 seconds. And that's my final answer.